there are 5 pillars in which you as a parent can be the one who facilitate or who support your child to put them in the right environment to be achievers. Those 5 pillars are focus. The next one is clarity. There has to be clarity in terms of what he or she is trying to achieve. Pillar number 3 is organization. Your child has to be very organized and they can be supported in doing that. Number 4 is knowledge, in terms of acquiring the knowledge that is required. So many aspects to that, which I will go into later. And number 5 is communication. One thing is for your child to be bright and know what they know or know what they need to do, but another thing is actually communicating it, because examinations are passed when a child is able to communicate the ideas they have. Let's look at number 1, which is focus. When you mention focus, there are so many aspects to it. Another word you may want to use is concentration, which I will go into. And achieving is not just about a child being so bright or so brilliant. Even if they're brilliant, it's still important that there is a focus, that they focus on what they're trying to get. Focus in terms of the grade they're looking for in a particular subject. There has to be absolute focus and concentration in order to get that grade. There are so many aspects to it, but it's very important that the child is focused and they know precisely what they're trying to achieve and where they're trying to go. In achieving high exam grades, a child has to be very clear. They have to be clear in terms of what they need to study, the specification, for example, in which they're studying, the time they have in order to study it is absolutely vital. And still on clarity, what is important is that the word priority comes under that. Your child has to have priorities. They have to have a list of priorities in terms of what they need to prioritize, because for young people these days there's so many things, just for adults as well. In life there's so many distractions, and your son or daughter has to have his or her priorities right. It's very important. Having knowledge is one thing, but organizing the knowledge and also organizing yourself in terms of your day-to-day life, of how you actually bring about the success you desire, is very important. Organization includes having a plan in place in terms of how you will achieve. There are so many aspects to it, such as study habit. Actually, I will go into creating a ritual in order to be in a position to master what you need to know. You need to have consistency, and organizing yourself is absolutely crucial in bringing out that consistency, because, as I mentioned earlier, being bright isn't good enough. You have to be organized in order to pass the examination. There are ways in which a child can acquire knowledge through the tutors, resources they use in terms of absorbing them and actually gathering others different types of resources and absorbing them and putting them to become knowledge, useful knowledge, which will enable them to pass the exam they're trying to pass. So knowledge is vital. In my couple of decades in the education system, I've seen a lot of bright people who actually don't achieve the exam grades they should be, given that they're very intelligent people. The fact is, examinations are still done in written format, whereby your child has to sit down for an hour or two and communicate and write down what they know in terms of answering questions. At the moment, most examinations are done by written paper, answering questions. If your child is bright, they've got all the knowledge, they've well organized, they've acquired all this wonderful knowledge, they know the answer to questions, and they understand concepts. That's just, all those are just part of the puzzle. What is important is that they are able to communicate in the manner in which the examiner requires in order for them to be awarded the marks in the exam. So they will not achieve a high grade unless they are very good at communicating this. There are various ways in which this skill of communication can be mastered.